Hey everybody, welcome back. So this is another trade I had on at the same time I had the Google trade on in the previous video. And I will go into what I was watching in the queues a little bit more on this one. So let's go make some money. Everybody, welcome back. So this is another trade that I had on the same time as I had Google, which was my previous video. So let me give you a little background on my thought process here. So the queues I had been watching, and they had pulled back like 43%, and they're kind of stuck out here in the middle of where I've got some resistance set up. But as they moved up on that Thursday, and we got the follow through right here on Friday. So what I was watching for was the 303 area on the queues. So I had the trade on with Amazon, and Amazon had a strong bounce right off their high from September 2018 right here at 2050. So I got in on that one the same time as I did the Google one, and got a nice rise out of it that day, and then held it for the following day on Friday also. So what happened here is I had this move on Friday, and I'd set my price kind of guessing that this was going to go up to the 2256 area. And I actually set it just above that in case we got a little bit of run through. I had my price set hoping it would get picked up right in here, but it never got picked up. So I had to wait this one out. I could have sold it and took a little bit less money right there, but the way the momentum was going, and this being a Friday, just like with the Google one, I didn't want to hold them over the weekend. But I held on to this one a little bit longer because it had been beat up since their earnings really bad, so I thought we might get a better run out of this one. This made this move pushing right up towards my resistance. And like I said, I thought this might get picked up right here. I had set my price. I look at the options, see where they're trading, kind of calculate whatever move I'm looking for, and then I place my stop in there. And hopefully it gets picked up. If it doesn't, I'll adjust it accordingly throughout the day, but I was pretty confident that this was going to make that move into that resistance. So as we look at the option price, you can see I had my stop at 18 bucks. This is about that area where it made that previous high, and it only got as high as 1660. Ended up pulling back, and I was still up on them at that time, but towards the end of the day it made that run, and I actually ended up getting it towards the high of the day. I sold mine at 18, and the high was 1865, 1870, somewhere in there. So I had a nice little return out of that one today, on Friday, I mean. This was a similar example to the Google video that I put out. These happened on the same day, still had the same issues trying to fight with the VIX as that was dropping. But I was also, like I said, keeping an eye on the queues, because with that move, I could have got out around the 298, but I decided to hang on to this one a little bit longer as it broke through, and thought for sure it was going to touch up to 303, and it touched 303 and stopped on the queues that day and kind of pulled back. So again, it was a nice little win. And again, like I said, the way the volatility has been in these with all the outside factors that are affecting the market right now, I just didn't want to hold anything over the weekend. So I ended up getting a nice little return on this one also. So it made for a nice day. That's usually how I have one of my screens set up on the day. I usually have the indices, the Dow, the SPY, the Qs, and I'm watching those throughout the day. And I even may break those down into the daily chart just to keep an eye on them if I have something trading that day. But this is what I was doing with Amazon, as you saw, as it was moving up. So I had the 23.80 strike. And if you look at the detail and go to the Greeks, I'll look at the delta and the theta at the beginning of the day before the market opens and kind of do some quick math and figure out where it's opening, where I think my price would be, and get a good idea of where things are at. And when I did that on this day, because the VIX was dropping throughout the day, I had a dollar amount figured of where that should open and sell at, and it didn't even come close because of the way the VIX was dropping throughout the day. So it never even got to that price. Like the delta, that's for every dollar change of what you would get. So if it's up $30, 30 times 22 cents, you get the idea. And then the theta is for every day that it goes past, you're losing $3.67 on that. So those are the two I watch mostly, especially with these shorter term ones because I'm not in them that long. But if I end up holding it overnight, I want to get an idea as to how much I'll lose holding it into the next day. So anyways, as the day goes on, you keep an eye on that, and then that'll give you a better idea of how you can calculate, where your next opportunity is going to be, where you can put your stop in. So like if it's trading at 22.25 and I'm like, okay, I want to get a $25, $30, $40 move out of this, I just calculate it out, figure it out, look up $40 where it's at in the money there, kind of give you an idea of where it's trading. So say that it's trading at 28 to $30, you can kind of guesstimate as, taking a little time into factor, maybe put it in a little bit lower so it gets picked up just to lock in that money. But just something you have to watch throughout the day. So if you like these videos, make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up, hit that bell notification for your reminder. Help support the channel. I appreciate it. Thanks.